David Cohen from Variety here. You know, film editing is one of the subtlest of movie crafts. If you're noticing the editing, it's probably bad. But if it's great, you probably don't remember it. Let's take a look at this year's Academy Award nominees for film editing and hear from 3 Oscar-winning editors, William Goldenberg of The Imitation Game and Joel Cox and Gary Roach from American Sniper, about how they size up editing.
I just wanted to tell the story in the best way possible and sort of, let the audience enjoy it and stay out of the way. I think other people can evaluate editing by, do you feel like you're in good hands with the filmmakers? If you feel like you're being taken on a ride and you don't notice the editing, and at the end of it you've seen a great story, and a well-told story, that's probably great editing.
I tell classes, what's a great edit? An edit you don't see. And if it's fluidly flowing and you're absolutely letting the story just unwind and you let the audience become involved in it.
For me, it's just if we can capture the emotion in the film and keep the pacing where it needs to be and keep everybody as interested as possible.
I'm always telling students that basically we control your mind and we can play with it, or we can have you be sucked into the story and you don't even realize time is going by. And if you're starting to be aware of the edits, I'm taking you out of the story.
So what, are you in Germany or where?
No, I'm here. I'm stateside.
You're home? What are you doing?
I guess I just needed a minute.
So you're being taken on a journey where you don't feel like, why am I seeing this? What is this about? What does this scene mean? If you have questions like that, then probably the editing isn't good. If you feel like, I feel like as an audience, I want to be seeing something that I'm not seeing, well, that's probably an editing issue.
The audience sees it 2 ways. They see a film consciously, subconsciously. The conscious is the now, and you're in the film and you're watching it and you're being drawn into it, hopefully.
I mean, you think that's pretty magical, right?
Yeah. But, right this second, there's, no elves in the world, right?
No. Technically, no elves.
But if we do something editorially that just sets a little bit off where the story is, the audiences are so smart today that they think, what was that? What was that for? So you see what's happened? The subconscious recorder has shut down. And we've actually done a disservice to you because you have lost moments in the film. And when you remember a film back in 5 minutes, 5 hours, what you've lost here, you're not going to remember.
More recently, there is a tendency to cut more. I mean, I tend to try and reject that. And sometimes the best editing decision you can make is not cutting.
You steal art?
One picture. Anyway, we need to make a plan for your survival. Hide this. It's in code and you might need a magnifying glass to read it, but it tells you exactly where and how to find boy with apple. Don't take less than half the retail asking price. Also,
Zero. I'm a baker.
You're a pastry chef, one of the best in the region.
If that's the term. I don't trade in stolen property.
I said it wrong. She willed it to him.
My style, anyway, changes based on what's right for each individual film. I don't come and impose a style on a movie that doesn't want it. It feels like to me that people are getting away from this sort of fast cut feeling of it. I think people are understanding that it may look cool, but there's no emotional impact. Well, the editing can have a big effect on the tone, and that's a big part of my job. It's such a subtle thing and a difficult thing to gauge sometimes, so it's a really difficult challenge. And a lot of it, quite frankly, is by feel, and me and the director and then the producers to find out if we have just the right feeling for the movie. But, that's a big part of the editing, the editor's job.
This is starting to get a little bit repetitive.
What is?
I had asked if you wanted to come to lunch with us.
No, you didn't. You said you were going to get some lunch.
Have I offended you in some way?
Why would you think that?
Would you like to come to lunch with us?
What time's lunchtime?
Christ, Alan, it's a bleeding sandwich.
What is?
Lunch.
Oh, I don't like sandwiches.
Never mind.